Hello and welcome to HW News. The farmers' protest in India has entered its 12th day and there is still no sign of the deadlock between the government and the farmers ending soon. A lot has happened in the last 3 days. The farmers have also given a call for nationwide strike. This call has been supported by the taxi union and even the transporters union, and now the call is finding support among the opposition political parties as well. In this video, we will discuss about the Bharat Bandh that is supposed to happen tomorrow. But before that, let's look at what happened in the last 2 to 3 days. The fifth meeting between the farmers' leaders and the government took place on Saturday. However, the meeting failed once again. The farmers are adamant that the centre should repeal the farm laws completely, whereas the government has said that they will relook at some of the key contentious factors from the laws. Saturday's meeting marked some more dramatic scenes as the farmers took a vow of silence. The farmers feel that the centre has been dragging the talks and not coming to a concrete conclusion. Thus, they resorted to holding a silence vow. To whatever question the government asked, the farmers' leaders, instead of answering the questions, raised the placards of either yes or no. They demanded a clear answer in yes or no whether the Modi government will roll back all the farm laws or not. The centre has informed the farmers' leaders now that the two sides can meet again on 9th of December for another round of talks over the farm laws. The government had asked for some more time to present a concrete proposal, to which the farmers' leaders have agreed, according to the reports. Now, several artists, actors and singers from the Punjabi film industry arrived at the protest site, which is the Singhu border, which is Delhi-Haryana border, and expressed their support to the farmers' struggle. Punjabi singer-actor Diljit Singh Dosanjh visited the farmers' protest at Delhi-Haryana border on Saturday. Joining the protesters, actor Diljit Dosanjh said that, and I quote, "We have only one request to the centre. Please fulfill the demands of our farmers. Do not divert from the issues. Everyone is sitting here peacefully and entire country is with the farmers. There is no talk of any bloodshed." Let us hear what Diljit Dosanjh said here.
वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। मैं अज बोलण नहीं आया, सिर्फ सुनने ही आए सी। पर शाबाश है तुहाडे सारिਆਂ ਦੇ इतिहास ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਿਰਜ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਬਾਈ। ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਜੋਸ਼ ਭਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਅੰਦਰ, ਇਹ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੁਹਰਾ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ। ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ। ਉਦੋਂ ਕੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ, ਵੀਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਵੀਰ ਹੁਣਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਸਬਰ ਤੇ ਸੰਤੋਖ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਲੜਾਈ ਹੈ ਜਿੱਤ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਕਿਸਾਨ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਿਰ ਝੁਕਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਰਹਿਨੁਮਾਈ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ। ਸਾਰੇ ਕਲਾਕਾਰ ਵੀਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਨੇ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਨਿੱਘਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਅੱਜ ਆਇਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੋ, ਪਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਕਹਾਣੀਆਂ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਫਿਊਚਰ 'ਚ ਸੁਣਾਈਆਂ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ। ਹਰਿਆਣੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ। ਉੱਥੋਂ ਲੰਘਣ ਲੱਗੇ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਵਾਲਾ ਵੀਰ ਖੜਾ ਸੀ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਲੰਘ ਜਾਓ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਜੀ। ਸੋ ਹਰਿਆਣੇ ਵਾਲੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਦਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ, ਕਿਸਾਨ ਜਥੇਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਦਾ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ। ਔਰ ਸਿਰ ਝੁਕਦਾ ਸੱਚੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਰਹਿਨੁਮਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੇਖਣ ਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ। ਸੋ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਮੈਂ ਬੋਲਣ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸਿਰਫ ਸੁਣਨ ਹੀ ਆਇਆ ਅੱਜ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ 'ਚ ਰੱਖਣ। ਤੇ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਗੁਜ਼ਾਰਿਸ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਵੀਰ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਹੱਥ ਬੰਨ ਕੇ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਆ नेशनल मीडिया ਨੂੰ भी जो कवर कर रहा सानू, हिंदी में भी बोल रहा हूं सर, फिर बाद में गूगल ना करना पड़े कि अगर आप हमें सुन रहे हैं, यहां कोई भी किसान के अलावा कोई बात नहीं हो रही है। मुद्दों को ना भटकाया जाए। किसान जो भी चाहते हैं सरकार उनकी मांगों को मांगे। सब पीसफुली बैठे हैं यहां पे, कोई खून खराबे की बात ट्विटर पे और बहुत सारी चीजें होती रहती हैं, घुमाते हैं सब। लेकिन हम हाथ जोड़ के विनती करते हैं नेशनल मीडिया से, प्लीज यही दिखाएं कि हम सब पीसफुल तरीके से बैठे हैं और जो भी किसान भाई चाहते हैं, पूरा देश आज साथ है। प्लीज हमारा साथ दें और सरकार हमारी मांगे मांगे।
Apart from him, Olympic winning boxer Vijender Singh, also a Congress leader, has said that he would return the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award, India's highest sporting honor, if the centre does not repeal the three contentious farm laws. This came in line with several sportspersons and intellectuals saying that they will return their awards in support of the farmers. A day before, boxing legends Kaur Singh, Jaipal Singh and Gurubaksh Singh Sandhu, instrumental in helping Vijender Singh secure his Olympic bronze, also made a similar statement if the centre did not heed farmers' demands. On December 3rd, Prakash Singh Badal, the chief of Shiromani Akali Dal, senior leader, had also returned his Padma Vibhushan. In a scathing letter, he accused the centre of betraying the farmers. The winners of Bharatiya Sahitya Akademi Award in Punjabi, including Sirmor Shire, Dr. Mohanjit, eminent thinker Dr. Jaswinder Singh, and Punjabi playwright and editor of Punjabi Tribune, Swaraj Bir, have returned their awards to show support for the farmers. On Sunday, the protest continued. Various other unions have now also descended in support of the farmers. The farmers' organization have called for a Bharat Bandh, a nationwide strike on December 8th, that is tomorrow, and their call for Bandh has garnered support from all the quarters. This call for Bandh has also been supported by the opposition parties. Leaders of 11 parties, including Congress, President Sonia Gandhi, DMK Chief M.K. Stalin, NCP Patriarch Sharad Pawar, Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav and Left Front Sitaram Yechuri and D. Raja on Sunday said that they would lend their wholehearted support to the December 8 Bharat Bandh called by the farmers' unions. A joint statement which was signed by the heads of these 11 parties said that the new laws were passed in Parliament in a brazen, anti-democratic manner, preventing a structured discussion and voting. They also claimed the laws threaten India's food security, destroy Indian agriculture, and our farmers lay the basis for the abolishment of the minimum support price and mortgage Indian agriculture and our markets to the caprices of multinational agribusiness corporates and domestic corporates. Now, apart from that, Shiva Sena, Trinamool, TRS, Akali Dal, Aam Aadmi Party and BJP allies, Assam's AGP and Rashtriya Lokatantrik Party in Rajasthan, these parties have also come out in support of the Stir and Bharat Bandh call, though they were not the signatories to the joint statement. Now, TRS, if you remember, which recently pulled off a marginal victory in Hyderabad against the BJP, has said that their rank and file will participate in the protest to ensure that it is a success in Telangana. Congress spokesperson Pawan Khera, on the other hand, said, and I quote, "The entire world is witnessing the plight of our farmers. The entire world is seeing the horrible sight of farmers sitting outside the capital in the middle of the night in winter, waiting for the government to listen to them." Let us hear what Pawan Khera said.
The entire world is witnessing the plight of our farmers. The entire world is seeing the horrible sights of farmers sitting outside the capital in the middle of night during winters, waiting for the government to listen to them. After all, we need to ask the fundamental question: how did we reach this situation? In the middle of a COVID pandemic, the government in June surreptitiously brings ordinances. Why was the hurry? Everybody wants to know what was the hurry. The entire country was focused on COVID and its fallout, the economic fallout, the social fallout, the health fallout. But the government was busy surreptitiously bringing ordinances to help its industrialist corporate friends. Where was the need for the hurry? Even during the parliament session, why were these bills enacted so fast? You suspended the opposition parties from the parliament, you did not follow parliamentary procedure, and hurried through the passing of the bills. Where was that need? Why was the hurry shown? After all, what are the reasons that the same farmers were not taken into consideration, their advice was not taken into consideration? Now you are hiding behind the so-called interests of the farmers. If you were really bothered about the interests of the farmers, you would have taken their advice before forming these legislations supposedly in their favor. So what we are seeing today is a result of a conspiracy between government and its corporate friends, wherein the victim would be the farmers. And the farmer knows this. The farmer knows his and her interests much more than those of us sitting in powerful positions, whether in government or in parties.
Now let's talk about how this Bharat Bandh is going to affect the common man as well. First, let's talk about the banking sector. The All India Bank Officers Confederation, All India Bank Officers Association and the Indian National Bank Officers Congress have also expressed their solidarity with the agitation of farmers against the farm bills. In a statement, they have said that the government should come forward and resolve their demands in the interest of the nation and the farmers. They have requested the government to initiate a meaningful dialogue to resolve the impasse by referring the bills to a select committee by a special presidential order. Let's talk about what happens to milk and vegetable supply tomorrow. Farmer leaders have said that milk and vegetable supply will also be affected on December 8, so people should buy the essentials a day before. Transportation. All the modes of transportation are likely to take a hit tomorrow. These includes all the road services, especially those along the borders. What happens to weddings which are scheduled? Weddings taking place on December 8th will face no issues. This is what the farmer leaders have said. And what happens to emergency cases? Emergency and ambulances, hospital services will continue to function. They will not be hit due to the Bharat Bandh tomorrow. This is what the farmers leaders have said. Now, meanwhile, the protests are not only echoing in India, but even in countries like the US and the UK, NRIs have taken out protest marches in support of the farmers. While India rebuked the Canadian PM for his statement on farmers' protest, he once again issued another statement on the same topic. Meanwhile, the UN also issued a statement with regards to farmers' protest. People have a right to demonstrate peacefully and the authorities should let them do so. This is what the United Nations has said. At the end of the video, I would like to leave you with a question you can ponder upon. When you make policies for a section of society, a sector, sweeping reforms for that matter, wouldn't you want to discuss it with the stakeholders first? What if the reforms that you present is rejected by the sector for which it is introduced? Should the elected government, which has the mandate of the people, majority mandate, still go ahead and ram through the reforms, or should it consider what the stakeholders are saying? Which among the two would mark a democratic and civilized way to deal with a deadlock such as what we are witnessing now? Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.